Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you excellent news. There is now no tsunami warning, advisory, watch, or threat in effect. After we had a 7.8 earthquake hit a shallow depth of 8.1 miles that had all the buoys bouncing. Technically, the buoys are still bouncing, but they say there's no threat, and I'm going to go with the experts, and that includes Dutch Sinse, DUTCHSINSE. If you need a go-to guy for earthquakes, I highly recommend him. And thank you, Dutch, for your work. Also, super duper absolute happy birthday to Selena Gomez. I love you, girl. If you need a birthday hug, I'm absolutely here for you, and I'm totally Rona free. And happy Leo season, y'all. And happy early birthday to Alexis Knapp. Her birthday's the 31st of this month, and she's a Leo. And my adrenaline is so high, I'm just going to have to try and pull it together. And I'm referring to Cyclone Man for my hurricane updates of now. He's a snobby chaser dude, and he's giving us a roundup, which I appreciate. Gulf Thing for Texas. Pink. Oh, head my way, Pink, please. Hard to take seriously given its sorry look. Well, Josh can say that because he's a hardcore hurricane chaser dude. And he totally earned my respect in the Cayman Islands last year as he got into the eye of a Category 5 hurricane. But I got to say, I'm putting out an alert for all Texans that we must pay attention to this thing until it is done, because at least one model suggests it could be a Category 1 hurricane. So yes, there is a chance that over the next 4 days, as it traverses the Gulf of Mexico, it could become a hurricane. A lot of people think it could be a tropical storm, or the models. And either way, we have a ton of moisture coming into the Gulf. This was the Texas and Louisiana moisture predicted a couple hours ago. And this is the moisture predicted now. So in just a few hours, we've seen them add a whole lot more red to this map. And they've added a whole lot more orange to this map. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting some pretty dangerous flooding, anywhere from 7 to 5 inches, if not a lot more. Remember, this storm, we're going to watch it develop. We're watching it develop. But yeah, red alert for Texas for Invest 91L, and that is a flooding red alert. And definitely it is 2020. This is my second tsunami warning official alert in the last month, I think. So yeah, dude, it's going to continue to get 2020er. And due to all the planets being on the same side of the sun, plus magical comet Neowise crossing Earth's orbit, I had us on super high alert for a large earthquake. And so I hit that. So I'm trying not to be too cocky, but I'm pretty good at being PDC, man. That means Planetary Defense Commander. All right, back to Josh. So TD7, the one in the box in the orange, forecast, it's a Caribbean cruiser, which means it's going to go low, which means it's going to be dangerous. So the track of it automatically grabs his attention. The HWRF is talking dirty again, and what he means by that is some of the models have suggested it could get close to major hurricane territory in its strength as it strengthens. And that track should give you a queasy feeling if you're in the Gulf, because if it goes below this line, then it's going to present a danger to the Gulf of Mexico coastal areas for sure, possibly. But there's a chance it can get torn apart by dry air, wind shear, just lack of motivation, I guess. And so, but it's something we're paying attention to, absolutely, for sure. We're getting closer to peak hurricane season, and it is hurricane season. And then the red mess over Africa could be the real deal next week. And so this would be Hanna. I think TD7 is going to be Gonzalo. This would be Hanna, So Hanna's the one that everybody's like, ding, 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 ding. I still think this has a chance to be dangerous, but I'm definitely super absolutely worried about this. And then add to the mix the fact that the best weatherman on the planet, Cranky Weather Guy, is talking about some high-quality jet warning, and it's been warning us about the second week of August for a while now, and technically over 10 times. And so we have the thing that's rolling into Texas in a couple of days, and we have TD7 behind it. Then we have Hanna behind it, and then Cranky is warning of something that might even be behind that. And so, whether it be a tsunami or a hurricane, there's a decent chance that some people are going to be in some type of an evacuation situation during a pandemic. And this is, after 5 months of the United States of America has refused to work together on anything. So these are interesting times. We're into week 2 of watching the consolidation of our large high into a strong AB high. The west extension retraction both enables our more thundery weather to the coast, could open the southwest Atlantic, could open the southwest Atlantic, could open the southwest Atlantic, and thus the eastern seaboard to tropical tracking in the 16 to 20 day range. So that's the main point I'm talking about, is that like we've got these 3 things that we are maximum tracking, and that doesn't even include tropical storm, could be Hurricane Douglas, that is supposed to hit Hawaii in 5 or 6 or 7 days. All right, so we are tracking Invest 91L. We're tracking TD7. We're tracking what we think will be Hanna after that. We're tracking Douglas headed to Hawaii. And then Cranky Weather Guy has been pointing out the 16 to 20 day benchmark after that. And that will definitely be in the Hanna range as well. So we are now in red alert, full Asteroid Fight Club hurricane season. And it's not our first rodeo, but if you add all these things, including the pandemic, it's a great time for people to work together. What's weird is the unemployment benefit extensions that people have been giving during the pandemic, they're set to run out in like 9 days. So imagine if shit hits the fan in like 14 days or 12 days. And so you then have an extra 30 million people without the resources they would need to even evacuate during a hurricane season, tsunami season, pandemic thingy. That's why I've been I would highly recommend Republicans and Democrats extend the unemployment benefits for the 30 million people. That helps feed their families, their kids, and themselves, and helps them play defense, Space Force defense, wear a damn mask. Destabilizing it right now would just, I can't imagine why they would do that, man. And the Republicans and Democrats may totally drop the ball on this. So could you imagine having 30 million people go kind of broke and then having us get hit by a couple of hurricanes during the middle of a pandemic?